Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new book talk video, I guess. In the previous episode, I talked about George Orwell's books called Animal Farm in 1984, and also Franz Kafka's book, The Metamorphoses, and also The Process. And normally I was going to make the videos in one big video, so this video, the next video, and the previous video, but I thought, well, you know what, that video would be like 30-40 minutes long, and I don't think people would be interested in actually seeing that. So I'm going to separate those videos, or going to separate that video into different parts. So today I am going to talk about 4 different books that are more leaning into the fantasy and science fiction of things, which is really interesting in my opinion. So if you like childish stories, if you like I guess just normal, I guess mainstream stories more so than the previous ones, then this video is very much for you. And let's check out the first book, which is The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Alright, the next few books, or actually the next book, is from H.G. Wells, often referred to as the father of science fiction. Wrote many groundbreaking books that shaped the genre. So some of his famous works include obviously The Time Machine, The War of the Worlds, The Invisible Man, The First Man on the Moon, and obviously the book I want to talk about, The Island of Dr. Moreau. So the Island of Dr. Moreau, this novel is a gripping exploration of ethical and moral boundaries. It follows Edward Prendick, a shipwreck survivor who ends up on a mysterious island ruled by enigmatic Dr. Moreau. Moreau conducts grotesque experiments, surgically transforming animals into humanoid creatures in his quest to create perfect beings. These hybrid creatures live under strict laws dictated by Moreau, but their animal instincts often resurface, leading to chaos. This novel delves into themes of scientific ethics, cruelty, human nature, and the fine line between humanity and savagery. It's haunting critique of unchecked scientific experimentation and the consequences of playing God. So, The Island of Dr. Moreau, they also made a film about that, and there you could really see how the animals looked. But this is also a great example, or a great inspiration for obviously James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy 3 film. Like, if you know this book and if you know Guardians of the Galaxy 3, you see the similarities are uncanny. Like, literally, there's also obviously the high evolutionary is kind of Dr. Moreau in that story, and obviously Rocket Raccoon is one of those experimented animals. And I just love this story because it's one of my favorite, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is one of my favorite films, and to see this book actually also having that story, and obviously it was first because Guardians of the Galaxy released in 2023, and this book released in 1896, so yes, it was a predecessor of that story too. But no, I think this book is so interesting, like the ethical, the experimentations, the surgically transforming animals. It's not quite right, it's not really ethical to do that to animals, and people nowadays pretty much also do that. Obviously, we have scientists trying to experiment on people and also on animals, but mostly animals, because experimenting on humans is not really nice, but experimenting on animals, I mean, they can't fight back, right? So it's just weird to see someone playing God, and that's just consequences of it all. So, dude, I just love this book. There we go. But the next book will be one with little bit, more classical, I guess. It's a bit of a whimsical book, and that's Alice in Wonderland. So there we go. Let's talk about that book up next. So let's talk about Alice in Wonderland. If you haven't read or actually seen the Disney film, Alice in Wonderland is actually written by Lewis Carroll and is a whimsical and surreal tale filled with curious characters and nonsensical events. So, alright, the story follows Alice, a young girl who falls down a rabbit hole into a fantastical world called Wonderland. In her journey, she encounters peculiar creatures such as the White Rabbit, the Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat, and the Queen of Hearts, each with their own eccentricities, something like that. The narrative is a series of bizarre episodes, often defying logic, with Alice trying to navigate this strange world while questioning her own identity and reality. Holy damn, that was difficult to pronounce. Anyway, themes and meaning. Exploration of identity. As Alice grows and shrinks repeatedly, she struggles with who she is, mirroring the confusion and self-discovery of childhood. Absurdity and logic. The book is famous for its nonsensical logic and wordplay, challenging the norms of conventional storytelling. Alright, authority and rebellion. Alice often questions the rule and authority figures of Wonderland, highlighting themes of independence and curiosity. So there we go. I mean, very interesting book, not going to lie. Alright, the next one is also a very fantastical book, and this is The Little Prince, Le Petit Prince, by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, and is a timeless tale that is both a children's story and a philosophical exploration of human nature, love, and life's essential truths. The story is narrated by a pilot who crashes his plane in the Sahara Desert. There he meets a young boy, the Little Prince, who has traveled from a distant asteroid. As they talk, the Little Prince shares stories of his journey, including his home planet and encounters with various characters on other asteroids: a king, a vine man, a drunkard, and a businessman, a lamplighter, and a geographer. Each character represents different facets of human behavior and society. On Earth, the Little Prince befriends a fox who teaches him the importance of love, relationships, and seeing with the heart. The fox's famous lesson: one sees clearly only with the heart. What is essential is invisible to the eye. The story concludes with reflections on love and loss, as the Little Prince returns to his asteroid, leaving the narrator to cherish his moments. So, themes in this book obviously are childlike wonder, love and loss, and critic of modern society, essence of friendship, and obviously just in general respect and love. Like, there's this other quote that I really like of this book: "From a million roses, you are my special rose." And I mean, damn, they got me, man. They got me. Holy shit! I really thought this is one of my favorite books, because it's so pure. It's so beautiful, man. So there you go. I mean, I'm really proud to actually just say that I just love this book. And if there was one book that I would love to read my entire life, it would probably be The Little Prince. And this book really inspires me to be greater and just to be a better man. So there you go. Books, man, they do something to me. So alright, there we go. Let's talk about the next book. So alright, let's go from a French author to another French author. So let's talk about Jules Verne, and this is obviously one of my other favorite authors. And let's talk about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 20,000 Louis sous la mer by Jules Verne is one of the most iconic adventure novels in the history of science fiction. The story follows Professor Pierre Aronnax, his servant Conseil or something, and a Canadian harpooner named Ned Land, who are invited on a mission to investigate reports of a mysterious sea monster. However, they soon discover that the monster is actually the Nautilus, a revolutionary submarine commanded by enigmatic Captain Nemo. As prisoners aboard the Nautilus, they embark on an incredible underwater journey that spans 20,000 leagues, a measure of distance not depth. So across the world's ocean. Along the way, they explore mysterious shipwrecks, coral reefs, and underwater marvels, encountering sea creatures, giant squids, and even dangers like whirlpools. Through these adventures, the story unveils Captain Nemo's hatreds for imperial powers and his quest to escape the surface world injustice. So its themes: science and technology, exploration and adventure, and isolation and revenge. Jules Verne was a visionary French author, often regarded as one of the fathers of science fiction. His works, including Around the World in 80 Days and The Journey to the Center of the Earth, are celebrated for their imaginative exploration of science, adventure, and human potential. Verne's abilities to foresee future technology like submarines and space travel has cemented his legacy as a literary pioneer. Boom! I love Jules Verne.
So alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and in the next video I'll be talking about 4 other different books. So or 5, depends obviously. So alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye everyone.